We got some big news about Assassin's Creed Shadows. The game does indeed rewrite previous Assassin's Creed lore, and it will also feature a canon mode that removes player choice from the game. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. I encourage you to head on over there, become a paid subscriber, help support us in bringing these stories to you. So all of this came in a massive AMA on Reddit that featured Jonathan Dumont, the creative director for Assassin's Creed Shadows, Brooke Davies, the associate narrative director for the game director Charles Benoit, and art director Thierry Dansereau. And to begin with, let's talk about this canon mode that they're introducing. And Dumont was asked by an individual, hey devs, or I guess all of them were asked, hey devs, I'm super excited for the game and can't wait for release. My first question is, how long will the main game be in comparison to Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla? Also, how much does dialogue options and choice play into this game in comparison to Odyssey? One of the developers who has not identified answered, the length of the game is always hard to evaluate in an open world game, as different players will have very different ways to consume the content. I think Shadow's main journey is comparable to Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. As for choices, they are present, and some have an impact but play less of a branching role than on Odyssey on the core narrative. Dumont then revealed the game had a canon mode, and this is what he said. Choices come more into play when recruiting allies and romance some of the characters. A reminder that this game does indeed feature disordered LGBTQ plus romance options. Since the fan base is divided on branching dialogues, we have incorporated an option called Canon Mode, which allows you to play the game with choices already made for you to give you a choice-free experience. Hope this makes it fun for everyone. Like, I have no idea why you would even think about this feature, let alone implement it, because aren't making the choices part of the game? One would think so, right? Like, that's literally part of your game, and you're literally like creating a feature to remove a significant portion of your game. Makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Like, you're literally like devaluing the game by playing in that mode. I don't know why you would even create that. Like, why even have the player choice options then if you're just creating this mode? And I'm sure people will be like, well, you don't have to play it that way, yada, 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 yada. Sure. You don't have to play it that way. But again, what is the point of even making it? What is the point of it? Other than to degrade the game, take away parts of the game. Elsewhere during the AMA, Dumont and Benoit revealed that certain sections of the game can only be completed by either Naue or Yasuke. For the main missions, there is a lot of flexibility to use the character you want. Most of the open world content is pretty much open for both characters, but there will be specific activities crafted for Yasuke or Naue. For example, Naue has been trained in Kuji-Kiri meditation techniques, so she's the only one that can do it in the open world, while Yasuke has been trained to learn new kata, so this activity is for Yasuke. In addition, Naue and Yasuke also each have their unique personal stories at key moments of the game. These can only be played by one of the characters. This allows us to have a deeper dive into their own personal motivations, some cool surprises in there. So anyone thinking that they did not have to play Yasuke, I think this answer here says that it looks like you will. You will be forced to play Yasuke. You do not have the option to not play him. And you don't have the option to not play Naue if you didn't want to play Naue. So looks like you'll have to at least play both characters there. Davies also addressed the choices that players will have and how it impacts the game. In Shadows, choice takes on many forms, impacting who we play as and quests and other gameplay outcomes. In terms of the story of our league, we get to explore core themes like community and chosen family. Through choice, since Naue and Yasuke can choose who to recruit as allies and who to connect with as friends and lovers. Again, reminding you that this has disordered LGBTQ plus romance options, which just is ridiculous. Either for a short, sweet time or longer term. So it basically has hookup culture as well. Which I doubt that was taking place in feudal Japan regularly. So I think this is clearly something they're just trying to normalize to modern audiences. However, no matter what choices you make throughout the game, it will not affect the game's ending. Davies said this: "The story of Shadows culminates in a single canon ending. That said, there are many unique paths leading to this point, and in particular, that will determine who is and isn't at your side along the way." So basically, the only real thing that affects the ending is, I guess, the allies you choose to have either beside you or not have beside you. But either way, the game ends the same. So then we got this here from Dumont again, and he revealed that they are indeed rewriting previous Assassin's Creed lore, specifically Assassin's Creed Memories, which was a 2014 mobile game. But he said this: "Shadows will lay the groundwork for a new chapter of modern narrative that will be different than what we have done in the past, but that is connected to our modern day lore and will develop over time in the Animus Hub and subsequent titles. The franchise team will have more on this soon. They've been trying to hype this up for a while now. I have a feeling it's going to fall flat, but that is just my opinion." He then shared this. This is the real kicker right here. "As for the transmedia, we've had to retool some of the Assassin's Creed Memories lore." And again, Assassin's Creed Memories is this iOS exclusive mobile game which launched in August 2014, was shuttered in March 2015. It featured the story of Yamauchi Taka and his mission to recover the Sword of Eden. Interestingly enough, an alleged plot leak from YouTuber Endymion earlier this year indicated that the original plan for Assassin's Creed Shadows was seemingly to flesh out the story of this character, Yamauchi Taka, that was introduced in Assassin's Creed Memories. If you want to learn more about that, the video is here. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but you can if you want to. It's in the article, which I will have in the link below. So that is the latest update on Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm still parsing through some of this AMA stuff to see if there's anything else interesting or pertinent. So you might see future videos on that because they did go through and answer a ton of questions, but still going through it. But I thought this was definitely something of interest. Clearly introducing this canon mode that just just removes portions of the game from the player, which I just find utterly ridiculous. And then they are clear an admission that they did indeed or have rewritten parts of the lore, specifically Assassin's Creed Memories. And I do think that kind of provides some what's the word I'm looking for here? Credence to Endymion's rumor here about the alleged plot leak. And it also, I think, provides credence to other rumors that he has shared, specifically that they decided to change the game and include Yasuke in the wake of the Summer of Love, the riots following the death of George Floyd. And we'll see if they actually do indeed make changes to that. I know he said that they were going to be removing some dialogue and stuff like that and fixing changes to the character. So we shall see if that is the case. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know what you make of this canon mode and the fact that they did admit that they are changing the lore of Assassin's Creed for this game. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.